Alright, Third Street Reactions here. I'm Zakk.
I'm Shane.
And we are back with Marvel's What If, Season 1, Episode 7. What if Thor were an only child? What if you were an only child, Shane?
Well, kind of.
How do you think Mark would have treated you?
Well, I think he was about out of energy when I came
around.
Yeah. Which is interesting because I had the upbringing of someone who, like, my siblings were much older. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't in, like, a traditional, like, house where my siblings were so close in age to where I almost felt like an only child out here. Mm-hmm. And you're not, but you had kind of the same experience.
I did, because I was an only child anyway for 13 years.
Yeah.
So nothing would have changed for me.
Yeah.
I already had the only child experience.
Yeah.
Until the other one came along.
Yeah, and you were old. So which is weird, because you were the oldest only child, and I was like the youngest only child, which is just interesting. What if Thor was only child? I mean, basically he is. Because that's not a real brother.
If we're going by the cinematic universe, he was already kind of a spoiled, arrogant boy.
Yeah, he was. He needed to...
Odin even barely says that.
Yeah.
Like, you are what do you say, arrogant and something boy.
Yeah.
And then Loki tries to step in.
Yeah.
Ah! I love that. It's my favorite line in the MCU. And it's just him going, ah! But
you think that's your favorite line?
I just love Anthony Hopkins. Is such a great actor.
Yeah,
just doing something like that. I love him in the role.
Yeah, I did too.
As Odin.
Man, the way he went out on that cliffside talking to them was fuck. That was a good one.
It was
damn good one. Anyways, yeah, the last one.
The last one was Killmonger.
Killmonger, yeah.
And it was about kind of what if he were to actually
did what he was going to do, except did it a different way.
Just basically very less unique and
it was less unique, but that being
less exploratory, less creative. Like if you're looking at one of those little graphs, that was a slump.
Well, coming after the zombie one, that all is. Except, I mean, for me personally, the Dr. Shane.
I think for me, it was just they could have done something more creative with that character. Instead of just making him the same fucking guy, they had a different plan that worked.
As an audience member, I will say halfway through, I wasn't sure of his motive.
Well, you get that in the beginning.
Yeah. Maybe not halfway through, but...
Yeah, in the beginning,
At least a quarter.
I was kind of wondering, okay, well, if they're going to make him good.
Yeah.
But no, he was the same guy.
Yeah.
And a lot of the same shit happened to a certain extent.
And I like the extra Tony stuff as well.
Yeah. And they explored that a little bit, but ultimately, we didn't get a very creative story. But I'm hoping that we're going to bounce back.
Yeah, let's do it.
Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman,
Space,
Tom Hiddleston, Kat Dennings, Samuel L. Jackson, Jeff Goldblum.
It's more than
a lot of great stuff.
I don't know who K.B. Smulders is. Damn it, I was hoping for Anthony Hopkins.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, he's the rock guy.
So I forgot. Jeffrey Wright made his debut to me in Casino Royale. He plays the American CIA guy. He's been in all the movies. I completely forgot.
I need to watch them again.
Yeah.
I've only watched those movies maybe once each. Maybe Skyfall more than once. I've probably watched it 2 or 3 times.
Good.
Yeah. Well, Javier Bardem is great.
Yeah.
And I forgot that I first saw him in Collateral.
I completely forgot.
He's the crime lord.
I didn't even know that. I can't remember. I need to see that. I love that.
The guy that Jamie Foxx has to go in the bar and get the name list from again because he destroyed Tom Cruise's.
Oh, yeah.
He tells the story of Black Pedro. Like, how fucking pissed do you think he would be?
That was kind of his introduction?
Yeah.
Was that before
No Country? I don't think it was...
New Country Full Man?
Yeah, wait.
Alright. Yes, first try. Jade, you will be 50.
First try.
I think that's Kat Dennings.
It is.
I know, but is that her voice?
It said it in the credits. I was naming them.
I don't remember. I don't know why.
We're too late. The invasion is forgotten.
She needs her glasses.
Yeah, she does. They're both not...
It's like, what if Kat Dennings' character didn't need glasses?
Holy moly, someone said.
Citizens of Midgard, your dull lives are about to come to an end. The party prince!
People would still be freaking out.
I know.
Instead of raising the Jotunheim prince Loki as his own son, Odin returned him to his people.
Rest, my love. Allow the Odin sleep to restore your body and soul.
I expect you to study. Read up on the 9 realms that you will one day rule.
Of course, Mother.
No parties.
Of course, Mother.
Remember, Heimdall will be watching.
You are going to the most backwater planet that not even Heimdall pays attention to. Let the realms!
The scroll.
Expected him to look more like.
Like what, E.T.? He looks like a loser.
Big talk coming from man.
I'm Dr. Jane Foster of Earth.
Thor, Crown Prince of Asgard?
Topaz, what do I always say?
Jeff
I love
Goldblum.
cake.
Wait. You're Thor?
I feel like that was his one thing he said.
Yeah, I know he's in this.
Yeah.
You must be a genius. You are a genius, aren't you?
Well, I don't know about genius, but...
And your eyes. Do all geniuses have such deep, dark eyes?
Phone. I'm coming.
Hey, it's Rocket.
Rocket.
Yes?
Maria Hill, acting director of S.H.I.E.L.D. You need to come with us. You were the first to warn us about this extraterrestrial threat. Now, I hope you will be the key to eliminating it.
But this isn't your planet. Before someone gets hurt, I need
Director, the party atmosphere seems to be spreading. Canada, Mongolia, even Pennsylvania Dutch country. The main instinct Thor.
Last resort has arrived.
Whoa. Last resort sounds very final. This is Earth's first encounter with alien life.
A beeper? My dad has one. He's a podiatrist. Wait, are you guys calling him a podiatrist?
It's your character.
Oi! Where's that son of a witch, Thor, Odin's son?
Hey.
Bring it on in. I can't believe you came, Loki. You are the absolute best.
You're my brother from another mother, man. I mean that. I mean it.
Brothers forever.
Brothers forever.
Oh, Loki, look, it's a shooting star. Make a wish, quick.
Yes, a shooting star. Yes, okay. I wish.
Hey, White Snake. We need to chat.
The name is Thor, with a T and an R and an O and an H, not in that order.
Listen, bud. Clean up this mess and leave this planet.
What? No, I like it here. Everyone likes me. We're having a great time. Till you showed up.
This one's for Fury.
How about you?
Smooth move, bro.
Hammerang, get it?
Emphasizing their battle.
Yeah, it's cool, yeah.
If I exert my full powers, I blow a crater in this planet. Taking down Kappa Kappa frat freak won't be worth the fatalities.
Ooh, what about South Dakota?
Your expertise, Dr. Foster, but your assistance is no longer required.
Kevin, she is a party fucking pooper, right?
Internship, the
She seems to be a little.
He's just trying to have a good time. He's not hurting anyone.
Mrs.
You might fuck up the planet in the process.
Thor's new sweet lady.
Hello.
Is Thor there?
No, late night Chinese is the best. Oh.
That's a long fall.
Right.
Dad, we can't call his mom. This happens. Teenagers throw a party, gets out of control.
You really are a genius.
It's really starting to look that way, isn't it?
Oh, I've got a crown too. And we both like fire, right? Come on, let's see the two of the heat on this thing.
I didn't catch if he was in this.
Oh, it's time.
It sounds like him though.
It's not working. It's Thor. He's in trouble.
3.
He's on Earth.
Crown
Prince of Asgard, only son of Odin, what are you doing?
Mother!
Mother.
Mother? What are you doing here?
She said you were on Midgard.
Well, she is mistaken. I'm obviously in my room studying. Here for a cultural exchange.
Cultural exchange.
Well, you know us, we're warriors for knowledge.
Really? Then this I have to see for myself.
Destruction. We need to clean this mess up and go home.
Drax.
Now!
Nice one. Almost fell for it.
Listen, party's over. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay. Wait, where are you going? Come back! No. You do have to stay here, and we need to clean up.
Look who's pooping the party now. It's you! You are pooping the party!
Where are you going? Come back!
We shall ride like...
Listen to me! My mother is coming! And she's not happy! Like, at all! She's really mad!
He didn't even break it.
Oh, hello, Mother. Good to see you. Welcome to our study group. Everyone say hello to Mother. And to end our studies, what do we always say?
Oh dear. Perhaps I spoke too soon.
Oh.
It's like an evil vision. That was our reaction. Here is this.
I loved it.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I thought it was better than a few of the other ones.
Yeah.
Which ones, they'll come to me as we talk.
The ones that I like a lot, they're all up there pretty far from me, except for me, the Doctor Strange one is maybe a...
The Doctor Strange one was really good.
Yeah.
It was a lot darker tone. I mean,
yeah.
The other one, a lot of them had very high stakes, obviously, but
yeah.
It just had the most, I guess, personal story.
Well, it just really felt like just a great love story that ended tragically, and it was well done, well acted, good music, and but another tier that's just as high but a different category would be the zombie one for me.
Yeah.
But this was just like, it was like, and I know you might not be too familiar with him, but like Risky Business, Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah. The underwear shit.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's just like the kid who is having a party, he's lying about it, he's trying to clean up for his parents get home.
Kind of
and he gets away with it.
Yeah.
Or
he kind of does.
Well,
she knows.
Yeah, she knows. And it was so funny. Yeah.
It was.
No, I really liked it. You know, no, you know what? I'm not going to say it. I really don't like that Captain Marvel movie. I was going to just say, you know what, guys? But no, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I never watched it because I kind of was expecting his experience. And I know. It's been like that the whole time. So why change it now?
Yes. There's people I know who really like it. And critics thought it was pretty good. Like, I don't...
When you say I don't like something, it's not like I expect other people not to like it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to like it, even if you expect me to like it, or even if you have your little arguments about why I should like it, or anybody else should like it.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch it because I knew, kind of had a feeling of what I was going to get, because it's kind of what you got after her movie was brought into this universe.
Gave us a young Nick Fury. Mm-hmm. So they CG'd him up, and there was a young Agent Coulson. That stuff was great. And you also find out how he got his eye fucked up as well.
Okay.
And there's like stuff in it that's good. It's just like, you know, like I have to, when I look at that universe, when they give us something, it's a part of a big whole.
My problem with the whole premise of that character is that she was not kind of slow baked into the story.
Yeah, it's even worse for you. She just came out of fucking heaven.
I know.
Rain and hellfire.
I know. And I get that she's a major player in the comics.
Yeah.
And I get that she's a powerful character. I get that she's a woman. I don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
I care about timing in a story and what I feel makes a good story for me.
Yeah.
And the fact that they bring her in and you have a lot of moments attributed to that aspect, and then bringing her in that are just brought into the movies after that. It's like they took an idea and said, we have to do this, and we're going to put it in the movie.
Yeah.
And we're going to put it in all the Marvel movies, and it's got to be big and spectacular. It's got to pack a big punch, and make a big point, and that's
so,
what they did. It's very on the nose. And I don't like it. But
for me, one thing I didn't like was so there was an event that happened in the 80s and the early 90s actually, and they said and then she had to go off and she didn't come back until basically Endgame, and Captain America kind of had an excuse. Like
fucking frozen.
Yeah, I think they should have given her something like that because I think there were, I don't know, I don't know. It's my. Maybe I don't like her delivery. I don't know. I just
think as far as the story goes, it's just like
I thought Wonder Woman was way better.
Well, they should have just brought. They should have introduced the idea of her character earlier on, unless someone just had a fucking brain fart and thought of it late. Oh, we got to bring Captain Marvel into this,
or give her the origin. Instead of saying, "Oh, she was actually before you guys," and then she's been gone, but now she's back and she saves the day.
Yeah,
she's by far the most powerful character.
Yeah, just no. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but I know it would probably work in the comics because new characters are introduced all the time.
Yeah,
but in something like this, where it's kind of a lot more concrete, it's not as fluid as a comic book.
Yeah,
because those stories change and they mutate a lot.
Yeah,
and in a cinematic universe, everything's a lot more just finite.
Yeah.
And to do that, you have to have good timing. And that's my problem with a lot of stories do it. So it's not just the great big shit all over Marvel.
No,
the MCU.
Definitely not.
Because Star Wars does it continuously.
Yeah.
And that universe is always building and developing. But in that way, in that respect, it's kind of like the comic books are in general. Like comic books for Star Wars are just as much a part of it as the cinematic universe and the literary universe. It's all one thing.
It's all one canon.
But it's all one canon, whereas the comics in Marvel are completely different.
Yeah, like one guy can write like an arc and...
Yeah, and that's where you're getting like this what if shit can all fit into that because they can say, well, the comics can be all part of this what if idea of the multiverse.
Yes.
Well, and the Star Wars is an exception to that rule.
Yeah.
But this is not. So it was all just bad timing the way I look at it. So...
Yeah.
It's kind of like characters that are, we watched Loki, and when they were presumably killing these people off when they were pruning them, but then you find out they're not really being killed; they're being sent. Well, they kind of are because they're being sent to that planet for that thing to eat them.
Yeah, they're going to die.
Yeah, they're going to die, but it's just there's nothing concrete in there. Like when Mobius got hit, and you're like, "Oh, he's going to die," and you go, "I hope he's not dead," and then here, "Oh, wait, he's still alive."
Yeah.
Well, to me, I kind of wish he did die. For the sake of the story. I don't wish that character dead.
Yeah.
But too much, especially with comic books, and that's something I really don't like about most mainstream comics.
Yeah.
Is that there's never that risk is never really there. Those stakes are never really there.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to kill off Captain America for good. They're not going to kill off Batman for good. Those characters are always going to live on. And
I feel like Nolan could have done it if he wanted to. But I'm glad
in cinema.
Yeah.
But I'm saying though in comics and shit.
Yeah,
Batman's got a different treatment than Marvel because Marvel's built this entire universe that's all intertwined.
Yeah, and
whereas Batman's had so many different treatments of the character that are all standalone stories. So it could work in that respect because of how those movies are made. But in here, you kill off a character, is he really dead? In some instances, they are.
Yeah.
After the fact, after Endgame, and they kind of, Steve Rogers went back to live in the past and live out his life with Carter, and
that was a great ending for him.
And it was, and Black Widow died.
Yeah,
Gamora died, but there was another Gamora.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just
I can kind of get behind that because they introduced that
the idea
because there's there was another. Obviously, another Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos. Someone's like, I hate the way someone says Shane says Thanos. I don't know if you saw that comment. I was like, he starts saying it the right way. I was like crying.
It's like chronological.
Yeah.
Chronological.
It was great to have just all these voice actors back playing their characters.
I was glad to see it. Obviously, Anthony Hopkins didn't come back, Idris Elba, so they didn't really give their characters very strong roles in the story either.
Yeah.
Heimdall was there, but
he just grunts.
He doesn't say anything, which is fine. I'd rather they did that.
Yeah.
Than come and bring in some voice actor to imitate him and it didn't sound good.
Yeah.
Glad to see our brother Buckeye, Clancy Brown.
No, he's great.
An appearance.
He's great, man. I was gonna say, I really enjoyed Drax, even though he wasn't. I don't think he was played by.
He wasn't,
but he sounded like him. You are pooping on the party. You.
You're definitely. That would have been you as a god, Thor. You as a younger man.
As a younger man.
Not now, but...
I don't know what I be now.
I'd have to think about it.
I'd be the guy guarding the fucking
You're kind of like
Lifestone.
You're kind of like that now, but it's like almost like so much you over-exaggerate it as an image, but you're not really like that as much anymore. But it's like there's a 50-50 mark.
Well, my last job...
You used to be like the 90th percentile on that end of that guy. That's who you were. And now you're like below the 50 percentile. You're down in like the 40s.
Have you ever seen Risky Business Tom Cruise, or do you just know that iconic scene?
I just know about the iconic shit. And I couldn't really get into a lot of those 80s cruise movies. So
okay. No, that's fine.
Even Top Gun was not my cup of tea.
I really love Top Gun.
I know someone else that loves Top Gun.
Me too.
The Iceman.
I cut the Iceman part out because people know that story.
They do.
Yeah, but I think we can leave the first part out.
All right.
So... yeah, Risky Business, I think that holds up real well today. And there's been like other versions of it. But an updated version of that I think I like more than Risky Business would be Ferris Bueller's Day Off with Matthew Broderick.
I just remember Ben Steinbeck. Bueller.
Yeah, is it Steiner? Ben Steiner, is it?
Ben Steiner? Steinbeck's a writer.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Ben Steiner.
Yeah, and he's sitting there because he's taking class attendance.
He just keeps saying Bueller.
And he does it for like...
Bueller.
I remember the first time I watched that, I was like in 7th grade. It was at George Stryker's house. And then he just starts laughing. We were dying. Dude, and I think that was influential with like us delivering the same consistent monotone. Yeah. Not always monotone. Like the... and then you wait a second, you do it again the exact same way.
Tonally.
Yeah, and that played an influence on me. But no, I really like that. It's funny, and it really reminded me of that. But in the end, that kid got away. Risky Business, he gets away, but his parents yelled at him for something else, like real stupid. There's a stain on the carpet. Like, you don't know, there were hookers and everything in here, man. It was just, yeah. No, I really liked it. Like, I just really liked it. It was funny, and I think it was a play on, like I said, those 80s movies.
Yeah, and it didn't really veer too far from what we've established about most of the characters in this universe. I mean, they kind of gave a different idea. I mean, Loki and him were still close.
Yeah.
But they were more like party buds.
Yeah.
Party bros instead of
bros.
Brothers and like that intrinsic relationship they have. But
yeah.
the Thor was kind of like the Thor we had in the first Thor film.
Yeah, he kind of was.
And it was just kind of like, well, what would have happened if he just stayed this spoiled brat instead of developing?
And I don't need him to develop and change over the course of a What If episode. But
he really didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of stepped up. It was a man. He didn't just blow off Jane.
Yeah.
He actually
brought her flowers and stuff.
He didn't. Yeah.
I guess like the ending doesn't ruin it. I'm not one of those guys.
I mean, Vision looked really cool.
He looked cool. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it was needed personally.
I don't think it was either. I thought it was just fine on the comedic.
But he looked really cool.
With the lighthearted note, the comedy.
Yeah.
We didn't have to have these guys marching in, and it was kind of seemed like, whoa, we got to make this like a What If episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna have something bad happen at the end, and then they put them.
Those guys come in, like the guys in Armageddon who come in and plug into the computer. You know, I mean, who the fuck are these guys? They're marching in.
That's just.
There's that general guy with sneering from fucking Rick and Morty.
Keith David.
Yeah.
He was in. I actually just rewatched Princess Mononoke with my girls.
Yeah.
He's in that too.
Oh damn! I haven't seen it.
He's a boar god.
I quoted that movie earlier in Star Wars Visions, but I don't remember if I've ever seen that. I know what she
looks like. It's a
like.
really good movie, and then the English voice cast includes like Billy Bob Thornton.
Okay, damn.
So it's.
And you know what? I think they should have kept Jeffrey Wright hidden in the clouds.
You
hear his voice.
Showing him more and more often. I like the silhouette.
Eventually, he's gonna be on the ground and walk around
like baby legs.
Yeah. Shoot, this the mention wet blanket. Good guys, check out Gravity Falls. We have a wet blanket bit, and it's just funny that it came up again. My favorite part of the episode was when Loki dropped the phone.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I thought that was funny. I don't got too much else. It was
the
great.
Eiffel Tower, no, the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah.
And he didn't even knock it over, but he shoved it up.
Yeah.
Like he did, like they're the ones that fucked it up.
Yeah. Which if he was partying, he might not remember. So he just,
That was good.
Yeah. This series has been just great for Marvel, honestly. Like, these are enjoyable, just like the Star Wars Visions are enjoyable.
Star Wars Visions blows us out of the water for me, but these are enjoyable.
Yeah.
Greatly.
Well, just like you take these two universes that are both serious and great, and they tell these great mythologies, and then you're having these smaller stories with lower stakes. And
well, no matter what, I think a part of me is always going to have some sympathy for Scorsese's views that the Marvel films are not really art. But I don't really feel that way per se.
Yeah.
Part of me always feels like, well, this is a comic book movie.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that because they are very enjoyable films, and this is a very enjoyable franchise.
Yeah.
But part of me always something's always taken away from it because of that.
Yeah, I guess what's weird is like, I mean, because I disagree with him, but it's taken from like.
Well, I don't have to say I'm completely in his corner or completely in these other assholes' corner. Like, it is art. But I
think he sounds that way, saying it isn't art.
I feel like they both sound that way.
No, because no one.
I think he has a right to say something though, because he's been making fucking classic films for a long time. So if anybody has the weight to come out there and say these are shit,
well, he hasn't made.
He's allowed his opinion.
Well, he's allowed his opinion, but
he's earned it.
The other people weren't proclaiming it was art.
That motherfucker directed Gangs of New York. Don't you shit on him?
I'm not.
Don't you do it?
I'm not. I love them, but every movie he's made has been the best movie ever.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah,
but he has a right to his opinion as
for sure.
One of the most masterful filmmakers of all time.
Sure, and I think he should say it. You know what I mean?
That's fine. But these other people that are like eating fucking, well, like us, eating shit and I'm drinking fake beer and waiting on
eating fucking locomies.
Yeah, in a basement, your parents' basement.
Yeah,
people like this that are sitting here in this basement, your parents' basement. And trying to say you're leaning against this man's point of view who's made masterful films and is probably in much better circumstances than us.
Well, probably.
And has worked with such great artists.
So it's Christopher Sean, Zach.
Yeah, he is. You already fawned all over him. So it's Scorsese's turn in the limelight. That man, if anyone had a right to say it, it's him. And it's okay. Because people get their fucking asses hurt about comments like that. But in the end, it's kind of like what Grant said about Robert E. Lee. In the Civil War, when all these generals were afraid to go up against Lee in battle, thinking he was this masterful, godlike tactician, and Grant said he is just a man. He knew he's just a man. He had met him. He had served with him in the Mexican-American War. He's just a guy. Thank you for stopping by. If you like what we do, neighbor, like and subscribe. You'll find us on Twitter. You'll find us on Instagram. There's nothing else.
No.
And you can comment down below. You can subscribe.
MySpace.
You don't have to. And if you don't have to and you feel that way, like I do about a lot of things, you aren't going to.